He thought the internet made him untouchable, anonymous, invisible. So when he crossed the wrong people, we didn't block him. We let him destroy himself, using nothing but his own stupidity. And yes, he actually went to the hospital. If you've ever wished someone who crossed the line online would finally face consequences, real consequences, hit like, subscribe, and settle in, because this is one of the most absurd, satisfying cases of internet revenge you'll ever hear. The Wild Wests of the early internet. This story takes place in 1999, back when the internet wasn't polished, filtered, or safe. Back when chat rooms were the digital equivalent of dark alleyways with neon signs. No accounts, no moderation, no consequences. You picked a name, you typed, that was it. And for people who wanted to harass, manipulate, or prey on others, especially young women, it was paradise. There was a feature called Whisper, private messages that appeared publicly, but only one person could see. And that's where the worst of it happened. Unwanted messages, sexual comments, requests for emails, followed by grainy, low-resolution photos no one asked for. So we adapted. We built our own defense systems. Our chat room community, called The Attic, became known as the safest space around. We tracked creeps, shared warnings, coordinated responses. If someone crossed the line, they were flooded with messages until their connection buckled. Most gave up, but some were sneakier. Enter Farmer Bob. Let's call him Farmer Bob. He didn't charge in waving red flags. He slipped in quietly, friendly, unassuming, just another username, until younger members started reporting emails, private messages, the same pattern. That's when my girlfriend and I decided to act, and trust me, she was legendary in our community, sharp, creative, ruthless when necessary. People joked she was more evil than the devil, and honestly, they weren't wrong. Setting the trap. She pretended to be new, naive, curious, trusting. Farmer Bob took the bait immediately. He told her everything. That he lived in a rural area, that he owned a cattle farm, that he was wealthy. He bragged constantly about women, about himself. And the more he talked, the clearer it became. This man wasn't clever. He wasn't charming. He was astonishingly stupid. Contradicted himself constantly, claimed independence, then casually mentioned his parents leaving town for the weekend. A grown farm owner living with mom and dad. My girlfriend caught my eye across the screen and typed, "I'm bored." That's when she decided to go all in. The turning point. She pretended she might visit, but only if he could provide something to set the mood. Something expensive. He panicked. Suddenly, the wealthy farmer couldn't afford it. That's when she dropped the line that changed everything. "Didn't you know? If you mix baking soda with vanilla sugar, you get the same rush. Everyone knows that." We expected silence, maybe anger. Instead, he thanked her, said he'd forgotten that trick. I remember staring at the screen, my stomach tight with disbelief. This man actually believed it. She told him to test it first, make sure it was high quality. He promised to try it that night, and we logged off laughing, assuming that was the end. Surely no one could be that stupid. The email. 2 days later. Inbox notification. All caps. Rage. Accusations. Threats. He'd snorted baking soda. His nose bled. He went to a clinic. And somehow it was our fault. I thought it was over. But my girlfriend, she smiled and said, "No, now it gets fun." Doubling down. She replied calmly, sympathetically, suggested he must have mixed it wrong, then casually mentioned she used it all the time in her side job, a job involving adult films. He demanded proof, so we gave him the most absurd, obviously fake video trailer imaginable. Low resolution, awkward acting, over-the-top nonsense. It was so ridiculous we couldn't stop laughing while making it. Surely this would break the illusion. It didn't. He believed every second. He begged to buy more. There was only one condition. He had to try the mixture again. And then, silence. No reply, no rage email, no accusations. Nothing. Farmer Bob vanished. No more reports, no more emails, no more whispers. Just gone. And for the first time since those early internet days, there was peace. Not because we banned him, not because we blocked him, but because his own arrogance, entitlement, and stupidity finally caught up with him. Looking back, it wasn't about cruelty, it was about balance. In a world with no rules, no moderators, and no protection, sometimes the only justice came from outsmarting the people who thought they were untouchable. And sometimes karma shows up wearing baking soda. If this story made you laugh, cringe, or feel just a little bit satisfied, hit that like button. Drop a comment. What's the smartest revenge you've ever seen? And don't forget to subscribe for more true stories where karma shows up loud, fast, and unforgettable.